This is Talk Story, the longest running talk show in Maui, doing it for 30 years now. And I always love it when sweet things happen. And today we've got a good show. I'm really amazed at the synchronicity of it all. But I invited Nancy Willis, who's the marketing PR person at the Maui Humane Society, and she brings her sweet dog, Lulu, wherever she goes. And Lulu, you might have seen. Lulu's become a poster girl kind of sort. I see her tail wagging under the, hi, Lulu, I see you. Lulu's under the table here. We're kissing. And Lulu was the February dog for the Maui Humane Society calendar. And Lulu's so sweet. And so she became kind of famous. People saw Lulu's face. I posted her picture with Nancy on my Facebook site if you want to see Lulu. But it was funny, you were telling me when you go out and see people, you'd have the calendar and people would be able to meet Lulu at your sites, right?
Yeah, we go out and sell the calendar usually November, December. And we take Lulu out. She's our best salesperson. We put her up on the table and we put the calendar next to her and we say, come meet Miss February, and nobody can resist her. So usually the kids come over, they bring their parents, and then that's usually a guaranteed sale. She's
very sensitive.
She's a sweet dog.
Yeah, she's very sweet.
She is a shelter dog. I adopted her about 3 years ago from the shelter.
Yes, she's very sweet. And it was interesting because I was just telling you my next guest after you is going to be Cindy Mauricio from the Barnes & Noble. And, it just kind of worked out. It turns out that you're going to be doing an event at Barnes & Noble for their first anniversary next Tuesday, right?
We are, yeah. They asked us to be involved. We are going to be the recipient of a book fair that they're doing to celebrate their 1-year anniversary. So we'll have one of our fabulous volunteers out there on Tuesday, and he'll be talking about everything we offer at the Maui Humane Society. So if anyone's down there, stop by and say hello.
It's always fun. I think a lot of people have noticed that you're really, really out there a lot. You just had the shower, the kitty shower.
Yes, the kitten shower was a great success.
Tell me about it. That was a great idea.
Well, first, thank you so much for letting us promote it here. It was really great. We couldn't believe the number of people we had. I think at one point we counted over 80 people in the shelter that came specifically for that. Really, it was an idea that our foster coordinator, Nikki, saw at another shelter, and it's really in preparation for the upcoming kitten season.
I have to tell you a story, okay? I live at the Islands, just not too far from here, just above where the hospital is and the Kaiser up the street down, if you go past the Safeway Maui Lani. So last night, you don't get a lot of cats. It's a gated community. It's not like get a lot of free cats. Last night, about 12:30, I started hearing this sound. I was like, and it's like, oh my God, these cats went at it. It had to be 15 minutes.
Oh boy.
Of just, really loud. Birds were flying, doors were opening, dogs were barking. And it's like, it's not my cat, folks. I'm sorry. Everyone's being woken up by these two cats, but it's cat season, isn't it? The cats are at it.
It's kitten season, and unfortunately that means for the next several months we'll be getting a lot of kittens in, and we decided to have this kitten shower to, number one, have people come into the shelter to hear about fostering and to see how they can help with fostering, because that is one of our biggest needs during kitten season. Is we get these little teeny tiny babies in, and a lot of times they have to be bottle fed every couple of hours.
Oh my.
So we are not able to do that at the shelter, of course, because we close at 6 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
So we need people to take kittens home and bottle feed them through the night and keep them warm. As a matter of fact, they asked me yesterday if I would take a couple of babies home, and I went over to look at them, and they think they had just been born yesterday morning.
Oh my gosh.
They were that little.
And they were taken to the shelter away from their mother at 1 day old?
They think these particular babies were abandoned because they actually had the placenta was still attached, and
God.
It was an unusual situation.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, they're found all over. Mama cats leave. I don't know the circumstances, but
Yeah.
they end up with us, which is a good thing because then we can take care of them. And we've got these great fosters that will take them into their homes. And once they get to 2 pounds, that's when they can be adopted out. So we foster them for as long as it takes and then, put them up for adoption and
Well,
find
the
them their
foster
homes.
program's been really great. I had a chance to talk to your foster director, and what a smart woman
Yes.
she is.
Nikki.
Nikki's wonderful, and it's been a very successful program because a lot of people on Maui can't have pets because of certain situations. Maybe they travel a lot, maybe they're snowbirds, they're here just for a while.
Right.
And there's chances that you can't do it with your lease, but you can have a pet overnight or a few days, and you can foster then.
And that's a lot of times what we just need. Like last night, they just needed one night for these babies. They just needed someone to take them, to get them through the night. Or maybe it's just a few days. Maybe it's to foster before an animal goes on the Wings of Aloha on the transfer program. So there's all kinds of fostering. There's short term, there's long term. It's whatever you're able to do. But when you talk about a life-saving program, the foster program is a life-saving program.
Absolutely.
So if anybody is interested, give the shelter a call and we can get you set up with fostering. And occasionally we'll run SOS foster needs. Like we just had construction at the shelter and we had an SOS foster out for dog fosters. But it's an ongoing need and it truly saves lives.
Mm-hmm. And it kind of ties in with the other promotion you started, I think about 3 years ago, where you'd have visitors or local people be able to take a dog for a day, take them to the beach or take them on a walk, and that really took off.
Yes. Yeah, that was an amazing program, and really it was already successful, but a couple of years ago, a local film company, Ohana Films, they were just coming to participate. I think the gal's brother was coming to visit, and they said, would you mind if we film a video? No, that's great. They said, can we put it up on social media? Sure. They put it up on social media, and I think we're at over 1 million hits, maybe even like a
Whoa.
1.5 million.
Yeah.
So when that thing hit and people started seeing it, we got calls and inquiries from all over the world, literally all over the world, people asking us about the program. How can they get involved? How can they start one in their shelter? And now we book out about 4 months in advance for Beach Buddies.
That's amazing.
It is.
What a
and we
success
often
story.
hear from people that they're coming to Maui, one of the most beautiful places in the world, and they say that it's the highlight of their trip, that they have an amazing time. And people are so attached to animals and they miss their animals from home. And so it maybe gives them a little sense of being at home. And it's a great time. But then also, it's great for visitors. But we also have, we allow local folks to do it too, but we also keep a backup list for locals because a lot of times visitors will schedule it and then they'll maybe forget about it or they'll double book and now they have a snorkeling trip on the same day. And so when we have cancellations, we like to call locals. And
Good idea.
so if people are local and they want to get on that list, they could just give us a call at the shelter and we'll put you on the Beach Buddies list. And
That's a really, really good idea. I think that's an excellent idea. And I love it when things like that take off. It's all those little things put together. And there's a brand new one coming up that is going to be so exciting. Actually, it's just coming up March 16th, which is the Slumber Party.
Yes.
And that's a brand new one. You haven't done that before.
we have never done it. I actually saw another shelter in the Midwest did it. They actually did a 24-hour sleepover.
Oh, my. That's a long time.
We felt like that was a little much
it
for the
is.
first time, so we just decided to do a slumber party. So it's happening Saturday, March 16th. It's from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., and we have 14 brave souls who are going to be spending the night in...
You got up to 14.
14.
That's wonderful.
In a dog kennel with one of our shelter dogs. And that includes our CEO, Jerlene Bryant. She's going to be spending the night in the shelter. A couple of our board members. We've got volunteers. We've got a couple of staff folks, some of our business partners. So we're super excited about it. And everybody that signed up to do it is very excited about it as well.
I was really debating. I wanted to do it, but there were some issues. Actually, I had that skin cancer thing on my nose, and it was kind of like, I don't think I can because I got to keep this clean and away from stuff. So, but anyway, it's really, I think, something that's going to be a lot of fun, and everyone can kind of participate because you're going to do a Facebook Live from
Yes.
Maui Humane Society on Facebook.
Exactly. Yeah. It's really a fundraiser. I mean, that at the heart of it, it's going to be a fun event and, very fun having people sleep in the shelter. But really, it's a fundraiser. So we have asked all the participants to go to their friends and family and ask them to make donations. We have all of the fundraisers posted on our Facebook page. So you can go to our Facebook page right now and see all the folks that are participating.
Oh, good.
And you can donate if there's some story that resonates with you or somebody you know. You can donate to their fundraiser. But that's the heart of it is getting donations for the shelter and for our animals. And then the second way to participate is to join in on that night from 6 to 10. We're going to be doing Facebook Live, and we're going to be doing some really fun stuff. We're going to be doing some challenges. So some things I've sort of heard are, eat a dog biscuit for the first person that gives $100 donation, things like that. Some fun things.
I don't think I can handle that one.
They're cooking up some fun stuff, I've heard.
Are people allowed to order pizza in?
We've got food for the participants
Okay.
and some beverages and, music. And we're going to make it really as fun and as lively as we can. And then after 10 o'clock, everybody will kind of settle in with their pups and do some snuggling and hanging out. And I think it's going to be a really fun night.
Well, which dogs snore and which people snore?
I don't know.
No,
We'll have to find out. I'm going to be spending the night there just to kind of see how everything goes. I won't be in with I'll probably have Lulu with me, but it'll be fun to just see how it goes throughout the night.
And they'll wake up on St. Patrick's Day.
Yes, they will. Yeah.
Or maybe they may stay up all night.
They could very well stay up all night. We might have a rowdy crew.
Yeah, I think it's a brilliant idea. I was just looking down. You brought a list of things going on, and it's actually pretty amazing because you are doing a promotion for St. Patrick's Day, which is rather smart. It's called St. Pity's.
Correct.
St. Pity's Day. St. Pity's Day? What's St. Pity's Day? I never heard of St. Pity's Day. What is that?
We've done this promotion for the last 2 or 3 years. It runs for a week, and it actually is 50% off of what we call blocky-headed dogs, which might traditionally be called pit bull type dogs. So if you're interested in adopting, we're offering 50% from March 11th through the 17th on those types of dogs.
And will they be colored green?
Yes, they'll have little shamrocks on their kennel cards, so you'll know which dogs qualify for the offer.
I like that. That's really smart.
Yeah.
And then the next big event is something that really has taken off. I guess because people like things that are unusual.
Yes.
And when you decided to have a birthday party for a turtle, it's like, okay, I mean, I've heard of birthday party for dogs,
Right.
and cats, but I've never, and I think most people haven't seen Freddie's birthday party before unless they've gone to Freddie. And that started about who came up with that idea of the Freddie's birthday party?
I'm not sure because it was happening when I got there 3 years ago.
Yeah, oh yeah.
We added, when I got there, we added the Easter egg hunt part of it. And I think that's what sort of put it over the top in terms of the number of people that were coming.
That is a nice combination, actually.
Yeah.
But, of course, Easter's late this year.
Yeah.
At least it's 21st, isn't it, of April?
It's right. So our party is the 20th, the Saturday before.
Uh-huh.
We're going to be celebrating his 15th birthday. So Freddie is
years old. And this is a big tortoise. Yeah.
A sulcata tortoise.
He's about, what, 3 feet?
Maybe. I'm not sure. We weighed him a couple of years ago, and he was, I think, around 45 or 48 pounds.
Oh, that's not,
for anybody that has been to the shelter and has seen what we call Freddie's house, a little area where he lives, and then he sort of has a free roaming zone where he can just kind of scoot around wherever he wants and eats grass, and he just kind of has the run of the place within a certain area, a gated area.
Mm-hmm. I was in New Zealand.
Yes.
And then Australia. And I was really amazed how the Galapagos turtles they have there up on Blue Mountain. You can go to this place that's got a refuge. And the Galapagos, oh my gosh, those turtles are absolutely mind-blowing.
Wow.
And they really look ancient, I mean, I'm trying to think. They are about 3 feet, at least 3 feet long. About 2.5 feet wide, and they move slow.
Yeah.
They move slow, but they get it. You know, you look in their eyes, and they look right at you. I mean, these things. Have you ever seen a Galapagos turtle live?
I have not.
Oh, you'd be amazed. They're quite awesome. They've got about 4 of them, 3 or 4 of them there. Yeah.
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 He kind of.
I smell that, Lulu.
He kind of scoots around.
I was like, okay, Lulu.
He kind of scoots around, and he can when he gets going. I can't believe how fast he moves along. Yeah.
So tell people about the whole thing for the birthday party, and now tied in with the Easter egg hunt and the whole event.
So we celebrate his birthday always the Saturday before Easter, since we don't really know when his birthday is. And we decided to have an Easter egg hunt, I guess 3 years ago, that we do that morning. It'll be at 11 o'clock. We do 2 hunts. The first one is 5 and under to give the littles a chance to get the eggs. And then,
do you hide them?
We do, out on our agility field.
Oh, okay.
That's where we hide them. And then we replant eggs, and then we do 6 and older. And then everybody comes into the shelter afterwards, and we have a kids zone. We will have a mermaid photo booth where you can dress up like a mermaid and take pictures of a mermaid.
I wouldn't have guessed on that one. That's an interesting idea to tie
And we have...
But do you have unicorns? No.
No.
You got to tie unicorns in.
No unicorns.
Well, unicorns fit for the thing.
Yeah, they would.
As a pet, yeah.
We have a scavenger hunt. We do lots of fun things. We might actually do another foster demo because that was so popular last weekend.
Yeah.
We are going to have Outrigger Pizza there selling pizza because there's not a lot of food options out where we are. We'll have Ulani Shave Ice out there selling shave ice. We'll have birthday cake for everybody.
What do you serve Freddie for a birthday cake?
Actually, they make him a special cake. We actually have pictures on our Facebook page. It's made of fruit, fresh fruit, so watermelon and strawberries. And as a matter of fact, funny story, when we gave it to him last year, I think it was, because it's a tiered cake, and we gave it to him, and he would not stop eating. And we actually had to take it away because he was burping. And I think he would have just stayed himself into oblivion and not even known the difference. So we had to take it away from him. And then over the course of a few days, we gave him little bits and pieces.
He liked it.
Loved it. Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that video. There was an amazing video of one of these very smart gorillas that was turning to be the oldest gorilla in captivity at the time, and they made up this really healthy birthday cake.
Oh.
And he'd never had a birthday cake before, but they did it, and of course they were watching and videotaping it. And it's like, it had strawberries, and it had some fruit and things that were kind of all natural. But it did look like a real cake. I don't know what they put in for the white stuff, but he took one bite and then kind of took it out, and then he started doing the same thing. He just picked up the cake, and literally the whole cake, and was putting it into his face and eating as much as he could.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think we always, with gorillas, and I think with animals, what's it called, amorphous, or when we try to make ourselves understand our values on them, but there is such a close, if you look at the DNA and the strands, we're so closely related.
Yeah.
To gorillas, to animals. And really, there is this one thing. And when we see something that we can relate to, like a birthday party or a birthday cake,
right?
And then seeing an animal enjoying it. I mean, it just kind of rings something in us true that it's like, oh my God, they like a birthday cake too,
I think it's true.
Yeah. So Freddie has taken off. It's become a very popular event.
Last year we were curious how many people we had, so we were trying to count heads as they were coming in, and we had about 200 people there for the event, which if you've been to the shelter, there's it's not that big. So it was pretty hopping.
And I think it was a rainy day or something, too, if I remember correctly. There was something going on that day. Or
last year it was a nice day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got lucky. It was a nice day, and everybody had a good time. So it's a lot of fun. It's a great event. I know there's a lot of Easter egg hunts that happen on that day, but it is truly a great event. And we love to be able to open up our doors anytime we can to get people to come in, maybe people that have never been there, people that haven't been there in a long time, because it truly has undergone such an amazing change in the last few years.
Well, if you're a visitor, I think everyone on Maui knows where you are, but if you're visiting and listening, We probably should explain where you are to people.
Yep. So we are on the highway between Kahului and Kihei. We are pretty much the only thing that sits on the highway. You can't miss us.
And I was so glad then, because people are going really fast on that highway.
I know.
They really break the speed limit all the time. I mean, it's like I try to go the speed limit and they get really upset.
Yeah.
But there is a way to get in off the highway, which is nice that you have an exit that you can get to.
There's a light.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you can get into there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. So, and we're open every day, which for a while there we were closed on Sundays, but we're open every day from 11 to 6. And we love to have people come in. You don't have to come in and adopt. Of course, we love when you do, but you can just come in and walk around and visit with the animals. You know, it's every time an animal gets to have a little bit of socialization with a person, it's good for the animals and the people, quite frankly. So we love that.
And you've already made plans for the very popular, last year sold out like a month in advance. The fur ball is going to be happening again in September.
Yes, it's hard to imagine. It's already back and we're working on it. We're going to be, more information's coming out the first week of April, but we are very excited about it this year. It's going to be very fun. A fun theme. We've changed it up a little bit. We're going to have a live band. We're going to have dancing. And it is going to be a great time. So we've moved. We just frankly outgrew the Four Seasons. It was a lovely property, but we outgrew it. So we are now going to be at the Wailea Beach Resort in the Marriott. And that will allow us to accommodate more people.
Really?
We sold out 2 months in advance last year.
Wow.
So we knew there was a need. People wanted to come.
Yeah.
We'll be able to offer it up to more people.
Wow, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Well, I really need to talk about something that's so important, especially since we're talking about cats and tis cat season. It's the spay and neuter program. And this is at the heart of the problem, the heart of the matter.
Yes.
That is the problem with pet overpopulation, cat overpopulation, the feral cat problem. All of this comes down to spaying and neutering.
Yes.
And it's sad that some people don't still understand. I mean, to me, how can you not understand when there's like 45,000 feral cats and you have how many cats come in all the time? I mean, you get a huge amount of cats that are coming in every year.
Yeah, I mean, every day is different, but certainly during cat season, it is crazy the amount of cats we get in. You know, like I was talking about the babies, the kittens, but adult cats too. And, you know, it's certainly, absolutely, spay and neuter makes a difference, and that's why we've been so focused on it for so long. But, you know, animals come in for all kinds of reasons, and, you know, we get senior animals in, senior cats, all different ages. But yes, spay and neuter is at the heart of it. Mm-hmm. If folks would spay and neuter their animals, we would immediately see a reduction in the population.
Now, since you started this spay and neuter program, you have seen a reduction.
We have, yeah. We were just actually putting some numbers together, and our amazing vet staff came up with, since 2016, since we've aggressively been doing the spay and neuter program, we have spayed and neutered over 21,000 animals, which is pretty remarkable.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm trying to imagine 21,000.
Yeah. We did for, you know, our MASH clinics where the high volume, high quality spay and neuter.
Well, it started with the group that came in. I remember that was about 3-4 years ago. Mm-hmm. And there were groups coming in and doing that for free. And that's when people started going, wow. But the problem is also not just people's ego. For some reason, they don't want to spay or neuter their pet. But the problem is that it can be expensive.
Yes, we have removed that barrier, though. We have really tried to make it affordable for folks. We actually offer currently low-cost spay and neuter, so we do $10 for cats and $20 for dogs. And if you are bringing in what we call a community cat, otherwise known as a feral cat, it's free. So really, there is no excuse in terms of cost.
And not only that, you do a microchip in the ear.
And vaccines.
Mm-hmm,
their first vaccines.
Which to me is an amazing thing, because if you're going to take that into a vet, you could spend hundreds of dollars just getting that.
Yep, absolutely. So we have appointments available, and all people need to do is call the shelter and get scheduled in for an appointment. We also have one of our MASH clinics coming up, April 1st and April 2nd. And during the MASH clinic, it's totally free. So there is no cost at all for spay and neuter.
So that really can really make a difference, and that's, I think, one of the reasons why you have been able to really see a difference in the overpopulation problem and the terrible problem of too many cats and too many dogs. More cats than dogs, right? Because is that the reality? Did you have a lot more cats coming in than dogs?
Oh, yep.
Yeah. Lulu, what's going on? As a dog, Lulu. We just had Cindy come in and Jordan come in. So we're gonna. But it was, come on, sit over here, Cindy, because I want to. It was so interesting because I was just talking to Nancy Willis, and she just happened to say, "Let me get you close to the mic there." She just happened to mention, like I said, well, we got Barnes and Noble's coming in next, and they're going to be our guest next. She says that's so funny because we just were talking to Barnes and Noble about doing a special event for their anniversary next Tuesday. I'm going, oh. What's the chances of us having that happen, the synchronicity of it all, right?
Perfect timing.
Isn't it perfect timing? Because you're going to be, your anniversary's coming up for Barnes & Noble. I can't believe it's 1 year now at your new location here.
Yeah, 1 year we reached out to the community, and of course, we've had book fairs with them before. So, if it works out.
Gift wrapping, you've allowed us to come do gift wrapping. Yeah, they've been incredibly generous with us, and we truly appreciate it.
Yeah, I always say it's kind of funny because we're in an old Petco,
right.
But it's
that's
like
true.
We're still supporting the community
right?
in different ways, right?
Yeah, no, that's a good point. I'd totally forgotten about that. Yeah. So it's great. This is Lulu. If you haven't met Lulu, that's her. She was Miss February in the
calendar.
The Maui Humane Society calendar. We have one left out there. If you want, you can have one.
Don't
So thank you, Nancy, for coming in. It's really a pleasure.
I just wanted to. You're such a great friend of the shelter, and I just wanted to bring you. This is actually a brand new shirt.
Well, let me take a
people
picture
can't
of this.
see it. You can post it on your thing, but we have a partnership with Crazy Shirts.
Oh, I love this. Look at this. That's
awesome.
beautiful.
And so this is a shirt that we're selling exclusively at the shelter.
Oh, I love it.
And actually, there's on the back. It's so cute. Little.
Let me get your dog in there too, because I'm taking a picture on my.
You wanna get
Oh yeah, that's cute. That's cute. Okay, we got the dog and you and the T-shirt all together. Yeah.
So I wanted to give you this shirt.
Thank you. I
just
love
as a
it.
Thank you for everything that you do.
I love it. Oh, this is a good thing that people can wear to go
And
to
if
sleep down
anybody
there in
is
the Slumber
interested, we've
Party.
got them at the shelter for purchase.
Oh, it's cute.
Lots of other
It's
gear.
a big for people who can't see that are listening. It's a really cute big cat holding a dog under his arm.
Yeah, it's the Klebon cat, which they're famous for, and they designed that for us exclusively, and you can only buy it at the shelter, nowhere else.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love
and they're
it.
donating a part of the proceeds back to the shelter.
Thank you so much, Nancy.
Thank you so much, Cindy. We really
Good
appreciate it.
luck with all your projects. All of this
Thank
and
you.
more is at MauiHumaneSociety.org.
And also our Facebook page.
Yeah, which is
that's where all the
good to know.
fundraisers are for
and
the Slumber
that's
Party.
where the Slumber Party will
Yeah.
be live on the 16th from 6 to 9 as well. Yeah.
I've
Thank
got
you,
people that
Lulu.
want to be in the Slumber Party here.
Oh, fun! It's going to be a party.
It is.
Well,
All right,
great.
thank you.
Great seeing you.